Rust is technically a survival game. You spawn in with a rock and a torch, and the game says, good luck champ, and try not to die. But let's be honest, Rust isn't about surviving, it's about how quickly other people can make you rage quit. And the beauty of Rust is that everyone thinks they've cracked the code, that they found the best way to play. We're going to look at the different types of Rust players, from the wholesome role players to the absolute menaces sitting on their roofs. I want to break them all down and answer the question, what is the best way to play Rust? Before we get into this, please make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below what kind of Rust player you are. Role players are playing an entirely different game. While the rest of the server is reenacting World War III, they'll build fishing villages, pizza parlours, medieval castles, anything but an actual PvP base. They'll spend 6 hours designing a pub with chairs, paintings, and maybe even a stage for Rust karaoke night. You raid them, you don't get loot, you get vibes. A box full of pumpkins, a guitar, maybe a water pipe shotgun if you're lucky. And honestly, that's the point. Role players aren't here for loot, they are here for legacy. They're making monuments people remember after the wipe. The funniest thing, role players will often outlast the chads, because nobody wants to raid the guy painting anime girls on wooden signs. You honestly feel like a monster. Their true defense isn't walls, it's guilt. Complete opposite energy with the raider. Raiders are the pyromaniacs of Rust. They don't care about how their base looks, they don't care about farming, they only care about one thing, explosions. They'll live in a shack with no honeycomb and 2 furnaces, but the second they get 4 satchels, somebody's base is gone. The logic doesn't matter. They'll waste rockets on a wooden door just because they can. They'll raid you offline at 4 AM, then type GG in chat like it was a fair fight. The raider mindset is chaos. If I'm not online raiding, I'm doing it wrong. And to them, profit doesn't matter, the boom is the reward. The funny part is, most raiders actually die broke because they spend everything they have on raids, and when they fail, they're back to spears. But hey, at least it was so loud, the whole lobby could hear it. If raiders are chaos, then farmers are order. They are the unsung heroes of Rust. Farmers don't want PvP, they don't want raids, they just want that sweet sound of a node going. These players are the backbone of every team. They're the ones running oil refinery cycles at outposts, stacking boxes with stone and sulfur, and spending hours in the snow with jackhammers. And you know what they get for all of their hard work? Nothing. Absolutely nothing, because 9 times out of 10, base gets raided before they ever touch the loot. The farmer's relationship with Rust is like being in a toxic marriage. They put in all the effort and the raiders just take it all away. But they keep coming back. And why is that? Simply addiction. The ding sound effect is basically crack cocaine. Grub is the cockroach of Rust, the parasite, the thing that lurks in bushes outside your base waiting for you to mess up. Grubs have nothing, no base, no loot, no team, but what they do have is patience. They will sit in a bush for hours, naked, just waiting for the moment you open your door without checking, and the second you do, you are dead. They're in, and somehow you just got wiped by a dude in his underwear holding a rock. Grubs thrive on audacity. They'll charge at 4 metal kits with nothing but a spear, because maybe, just maybe, one of them lags and boom, they've got a free AK. And when Grubs fail, they don't care, they'll just respawn and do it again and again. Grubs are the ultimate reminder that in Rust, no matter how stacked you are, you're always one bad moment away from humiliation. Speedrunners are like machines. They wipe at noon, and by 2 PM, they have AKs, a compound, and enough scrap to buy out Bandit Camp. They know every puzzle run, every monument route, every recycler spawn. They don't play Rust, they optimize it. By day 1, they're dominating. By day 2, they're raiding. By day 3, they are bored. Speedrunners treat Rust like it's a sprint, not a marathon. They peak way too early. It's like finishing a Netflix series in one night and then complaining you've got nothing left to watch. If the farmer burns out from exhaustion, the speedrunner burns out from success. The menace, the villain, and the Thanos of Rust. Roof campers are the players who never leave their base. They build a massive fortress, slap down turrets, and sit on their roof with a bolt action, farming nakeds for sport. And when you call them out in chat, they'll say, "I'm just defending my base." But from who? That naked with a torch? Roof campers do not care. They know everyone hates them, and they feed off that hate. They're like the final boss of the wipe. But here's the secret: roof campers keep the ecosystem balanced. They're like the sharks in the ocean. Without them, servers would be chaos, and with them, it's slightly more chaos, but at least predictable. The jack of all trades, the player who tries to balance everything: farming, raiding, PvP, building, gambling. Do-it-alls are versatile. They are the kind of teammate who can grind sulfur, fight a clan, and then waste all your scrap at bandit camp in the same night. They adapt to whatever the wipe throws at them, but the problem? Rust is so exhausting, and being a do-it-all usually means burning out twice as fast, because in Rust you can't be CEO forever. Eventually, you're just another naked with a rock. The Rage Quitter is one of the most common Rust archetypes. They'll spend 6 hours farming, die once, and immediately uninstall the game. They'll scream in voice chat, slam their keyboard, and say, "This game sucks, I am done," until the next wipe, when they're right back to it. Nobody ever truly quits Rust. You just take breaks that will last anywhere from 15 minutes to 2 weeks. The Rage Quitter isn't defined by how well they play, but by how many times they uninstall and reinstall in the same month. We've all been there. Rust is the only game where you can go from laughing with your team to full-blown existential crisis in 10 minutes. Finally, the troll, the entertainer, the chaos merchant. Trollers don't care about loot, they don't care about survival. Their only goal is to ruin someone's day in the funniest way possible. They'll build trap bases and bait people inside. They'll blast music through their mic until someone raids them just to make it stop. The troll isn't here to win, they're here to make memories, and honestly, they succeed, because no one forgets getting scammed into a twig trap base. So, what's the best way to play Rust? The truth is there isn't one. Rust isn't about playing the right way, it's about how hilariously wrong it all goes. Maybe you're the farmer grinding away, maybe you're the grub in the bush, maybe you're the roof camper ruining lives, or maybe you're the rage quitter uninstalling for the 5th time today. At the end of the day, Rust isn't about winning, it's about the stories, the ridiculous, stupid, chaotic stories that come out of every wipe. Because no matter who you are, in Rust, you will lose everything. So you might as well lose it in the funniest way possible. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like if you've ever been one-tapped by a naked with a rock, and let me know in the comments, which way do you play Rust?